Now, if you're struggling with self-sabotage and you don't know where to start, here, right here on this podcast, we're building the community. I want to remind you, breaking self-sabotage patterns takes time. You've been operating like this for years, every decade, like hours. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate the small wins. We're building a community of people committed to breaking these cycles. Welcome to another episode of Terror to Triumph. I am your host, Alfonso Pelt, and I am also a survivor of childhood trauma. I am here today to take questions, take comments, and anything else that you may have for me. So please do me a favor, comment, post on Facebook, our YouTube live channel at I drew a blank there. Terror to Triumph Terror to Triumph live on YouTube as our YouTube channel. So if you could please come and check us out on that platform, that would be awesome. Also, you could check us out right here on Facebook. You can ask questions. You could talk to us. Let us anybody have any questions that they would like to ask, I am here for you. Also, if you notice this little ticker tape thing down here at the bottom of the screen, at the bottom of your screens down here, all the way at the bottom, that's telling you about different things concerning Terror to Triumph. So if you want to reach out to us, you can reach out to us at terror2triumph@gmail.com. You can call the RAINN number, Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, which is 1-800-656-HOPE or 4673. And you can get 24-hour assistance information and leads to what you need. The National Suicide and Crisis Hotline number is a national number as well. That's 988. So you can call those numbers 24/7 to receive the help that you need immediately. Don't have to wait for me to give you the help that you need. You can go there right now. Any other numbers you see, there's a National Child Abuse Hotline number there, 1-800-427, I believe that's 4453. So there's a lot of numbers and information available for you on this line. I'm hoping that someone could possibly chime in and let me know what they think. If they have any questions for me, wondering how maybe I handled some situations in my or through my trauma or after my trauma, events leading up to it, afterwards. I'm here to help you. This isn't I don't want you to think that I'm putting myself on a pedestal. This isn't about me. This is about you receiving the help you need. I, as a survivor, want you to receive the help you need. It's not about me in the limelight or anything like that. It's all about the work, getting you the resources you need to come out from that veil of darkness of fear and shame, regret and guilt. I want everybody to be free of that. There's there's no thing like that. From my time, there wasn't anything like this platform. There was no easy way to connect to somebody and say, "Hey, we could use this platform and get some information so I can learn how to get out from underneath this threat that I'm under. I'm to get away from the abuse that I'm being inflicted with, to escape this madness that I'm living in." Well, now you have it. You have it right here. And I'm not charging anybody for this. To be honest with you, this right here is coming out of my pocket. I created the website, Pelts Emporium, to help alleviate the stress of paying all these bills to keep this thing going. So if you like the podcast, if it's helping you, if it's helping somebody if it's some good information, if it's helping you see the red flags in other people to know that, hey, something might be wrong with this person, then please support the show. Go to Pels Emporium, buy some merchandise. Anything on Pels Emporium outside of Crystal's Corner, the proceeds go to help fund Terror to Triumph so we can continue these conversations. So please, 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 anybody can ask me anything. I am willing and available to answer all questions. I suppose to keep the dialogue flowing for the people who will download this later, I want you guys to know that my road was not an easy one. My road was riddled with bumps, bruises, and scrapes, lacerations, gouges, whatever you might want to call it, welts. Um, but the thing about it is, I kept trying to push forward without addressing it. I kept trying to push forward without acknowledging that I had a problem, that there was something serious going on with me, and that I needed to address that. I refused to accept the fact that something may be wrong with me, that something wasn't right. I didn't want to be abnormal, even though I felt that I was. I don't want to give away too much from the book I have coming out soon, The Terror in My Eyes, which is a memoir about my childhood abuses. But some things resonate more so than others. Some things linger more so than others. Some things trigger harder than other things when it comes to trauma. When you think about how it impacts you, or when you think about how it affects your conversations or your daily life, just being around people, just trying to have a basic conversation. You know, things are altered at a certain level of consciousness that we cannot address ourselves because we can't see it. When you're going through, you can't see it while you're in it. It's like you're in a swimming pool. You know you're in a swimming pool, but while you're underwater, you can't see the outside of the swimming pool. You can't see how you look inside the swimming pool until you surface. Then you can see a portion of yourself inside the swimming pool, but you can't look down at the swimming pool with you in it and the other people. So it's like if you say, if a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? Well, that's stupid. Trees make sound anyway, even if they don't fall. So, I mean, logic question, because you're not there, are you there to witness the sound? But you don't have to be there to know the sound is made. Just like you don't have to be outside to know that wind blows. But while you're in it, you could witness things other people can't. But at the same time, people on the outside can witness things about you can't witness about yourself. And you might sit there and say, they don't know what they're talking about. They're just running off at the mouth, or they're making some stuff up. And they may not be 100% on point, but there is something to what they're saying. They may not know exactly what it is, but they know something's off. Like I had this thing because of the neglect I went through. I had this strong urge to be accepted by others. So I would always try to gravitate towards the group of people I wanted to be associated with. I would always gravitate. And it didn't matter. It was like a specific group. It wasn't a specific group or anything. It was just, I wanted to be around people who didn't mind having me around. But with the fawning attribute that I developed from my trauma, it tried to make me a chameleon of sorts. Well, it didn't try, it did. It made me a chameleon. It made me fit into whatever environment I was in. And it made people feel like I got along with them because I was resonating with them where they're at. That's what the trauma was doing to me. The trauma had erased whoever I was. And that's why I'm seeing my therapist now, because I'm struggling to get that person back. I want to get back to the child that I was. And here I am, 54 years old. If I'd have found this, well, God bless her. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to put her out there like that. But she is opening my eyes to the possibility of reclaiming who I was. That's why on Terror to Triumph, we stress so hard to please, 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 please find a therapist for yourself. Go look, do your research. Make sure you got a trauma-informed, trauma-trained master therapist. Somebody you can say, I need this person because this person knows how to help me. Then set up an appointment. Go see this therapist. Talk to this therapist. Try to find out what this therapist is about. How will they help you? How will you walk me through to get me from point A to point B? Tell them what you want. Tell them, hey, be honest. First, be honest. That's the first thing. You have to be honest when you're talking to your therapist. Hello, I see I have a viewer, and this is Terror to Triumph, the live Q&A. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm here to answer any questions I can. As I was saying, the therapist can't know your mind. They want to help, but it's up to you to tell them honestly what it is that you need help of or with. So you have to be upfront when you're talking to your therapist. You can't play around. You can't beat around the bush. You can't act like everything's fine now. You know, I don't know why I'm here. Yes, you do. Because you've been noticing a pattern with yourself. You've been noticing red flags. People have been telling you the same things over and over. And you're starting to get a picture that, hey, it might be me. Something might be going on with me. And it might be tied into what happened to me a long time ago. Or what happened to me recently, whatever your case is. So it would behoove you to, when you talk to your therapist, to be straightforward, be as honest as you can. Because your therapist, with the information, the right information from you, can help give you the tools that you need to get back to where you need to be. The fastest way you need to get back there. But if you play around, trust me, your therapist has seen hundreds, if not thousands, of people like you. If you try to BS your therapist is going to know. And you're only BSing yourself. So I say that to say to all the people out here watching, to be very, very honest with your therapist. Think about what you want. You could say, I'm tired of living this way. I'm tired of having all these anxieties. Every time I see somebody, I think it's a threat. I'm tired of, not being able to feel comfortable within myself. You could say whatever it is that's bothering you. You could say, I'm tired of having these nightmares. I'm tired of dealing with the trauma. I'm tired of not having somebody to talk to about the trauma. It's a very, very crucial thing when you're a survivor. You already want to isolate yourself because you feel like you're all alone in this. And then when you try to seek help, then you get the people who minimalize it or downplay it or tell you you must be thinking something off or that didn't happen. That couldn't happen. They wouldn't do that to you. So you know your truth. And you have to trust yourself with your truth. No one knows your truth like you do. But if you take it to a therapist, your therapist can help you dissect your truth and give you the tools to work on your path to healing. I'm still on that path. I feel like I might have a long way to go. I'm not even going to hold you up. I think I do have a long way to go. And it's been a few months of me talking to my therapist, and I still haven't gotten to the point where I can talk to her about the actual trauma. That's me trying to get there and she being patient with me about it. Bless her heart. Because I got a lot going on in life right now. So it's a lot of stuff I'm dealing with in the present. She's helping me deal with that stuff. But at the same time, you know, she's a real person. She keeps me real with what I say. And you need a person like that in your life. Someone who's going to hold you accountable to your words. Not their own, but your words. Because at the end of the day, you will be the one going through the exercises and the training and the modalities and the corrective thinking, writing the diaries and trying to focus on what your triggers are. You're the one that's going to be doing the work. It's your work. Your therapist is going to give you homework. Get ready for that. And it's work you have to do on yourself. And that work, if you do it, is beneficial to you. We talked about how to find the therapist for you, a good therapist for you. If you look back at our previous podcasts and videos on YouTube, you can find the one that's telling you basically what you should look for, what kind of questions you should ask, to help you feel comfortable. Because your therapist is not a person you should go and feel uptight and anxious every time you go see. You should feel relaxed and comfortable being able to be open to talk to your therapist. Your therapist is your friend. Your friend, not my friend, your friend. My therapist is my friend. Your therapist is your friend. Why? Because they're there to help you. Your therapist isn't there to help me. My therapist is helping me. Your therapist is helping you. But they keep it professional. And therefore, you have to keep it professional. Which means ain't no house visits. Don't start calling them nicknames and all that kind of stuff. Don't get personal like that because you're seeking professional help. Now, therapists are human. You know, we laugh, they laugh, joke just like we do. Now, I mean, they're not some kind of strange being or anything like that. But just know they're going to keep a professional mantra with you. They're not going to be clinical, like non-emotional, like it's going to be cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? Like a doctor, when you go into the doctor's office, they've seen thousands of people. It's just like, how you feeling today? What are you in for today? Oh yeah, let me check you out. I'm going to prescribe you some of this and take that, see how it goes, and then see me back in about 2 months. Let me know what's happening. They're not like that. I can tell you right now, a therapist is not like that. A therapist is going to ask you questions. They're going to ask you some hard questions sometimes, but they're questions that challenge you to think about yourself and your situation. And it's good to think about the things that you need to, because we're talking about your healing. I'm talking about my healing. So I definitely want healing for me. I know you want healing for you. So let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing around. Pick up the phone book. Start looking through. Go on the internet. Start searching some of these medical sites with insurance and stuff like that, and start looking for EMDR master trauma therapist. That's what you need. You need one of those. And then once you find them, I suggest you find a few, maybe 3 or 4. Go see them. Set up an appointment. Go see them. And then see how you interact with them. See how they talk with you, to share information with you. It seems like they don't want to talk. They just want to know why are you here and what you're doing. You don't need to stay there. You don't have to stay. It's not required by law for you to stay. Go to a therapist that you can feel comfortable with. You can feel comfortable going to. That's what matters. Because when you find that person you can be comfortable with, you open up more. And the more you open up, the more the therapist can help you. I talked this whole time. I wish I had somebody to give me a question or something. My time is up. It is 11 o'clock. This has been Terror to Triumph's Q&A. Hopefully I can get some more of you guys to chime in. I got one person that came online, but they didn't even want to say anything. But that's fine because I was still giving out information. That's me. That's my work. You know, I'm going to continue to give out information that's going to be pertinent to help survivors of childhood trauma. I'm going to continue to do that, whether I have somebody asking questions or there's nobody there like today. Today is still work. The work has to be done. People still need help. People still need healing. I'm going to love on all y'all. Well, I'm going to get on off of here. Do me a favor. Go to peltsemporium.com. That's PELTSEMPORIUM.com. Check out the merchandise there. Shipping is free. So whatever you purchase at the price that you see. Sales tax might be involved, so it might be a little bit higher than that price, but that's the basic price. You don't pay for shipping within the United States. I tried to make it worldwide, so we'll see how that goes. But if you purchase the product in a different country, let me know so I can double check the shipping for you and make sure everything went through smoothly. If not, then I will arrange something with you personally to accommodate you for what you want to purchase, whether I have to refund you or readjust the pricing so it can be free shipping worldwide. But the way I set it up, it should be free for everyone worldwide. Again, I thank you for listening, watching, downloading, sharing. Please share, like, and follow. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our podcast on various podcast platforms. We got Spotify. We got YouTube. We have a YouTube podcast. We got iHeartRadio. We got Apple Podcasts. We got Deezer. We got Castbox. We got Podcast Addict. We got Podcast Index. We got a lot of them. We got a lot of them. And I'm trying to remember all the ones offhand. I can't remember all of them offhand. I'm trying to remember all of them. But we have at least 12 to 13 different platforms that we're on. Player FM, Overcast, Castro, Good Pods, True Fans, StreamYard, which is what we stream through, Buzzsprout, which is our host for our podcast, which we RSS feed to all our other platforms. I already mentioned Podcast Index, Apple Podcasts, and Podchaser. And I believe that's all of them. Castro, if I didn't mention it. Yeah, I believe that's all of them. So, do us a favor. Once again, Tuesdays and Saturdays, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be here. Tear to Triumph. Tuesdays, live Q&A. Saturdays is our information session, which has me and my co-host, Storm, and we disseminate information for you to digest. Those, I recommend you download those Saturday episodes. The Tuesdays, that's for you guys to come and ask questions. I'm trying to open the dialogue with you to get the ball rolling so you guys can come and feel comfortable talking to me. You know, I'm a person too. You know, it's not like I'm some kind of stranger or something. I'm a survivor like you. I want to help you because no one was there to help me so many years ago. And I struggled decades through this madness. And it took me until last year to finally come up and seek the help that I needed. Because after 2 failed marriages, I finally dawned on thinking it's got to be the trauma that's messing with me. It's got to be. Because I see the repeat. I'm starting to see in my second marriage, I'm starting to see the repeating things that I do. And I ask myself, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? It wasn't making sense. But now, after seeing a therapist, it's making sense. After doing this podcast, it's making a lot of sense. And I wish somebody was doing this for us earlier. But guess what? Nobody was. And now I am. And that's okay. I'll take the weight. I don't mind putting myself out there. If I got to sacrifice myself and my story so others can hear and listen and be healed, I'm down with that. That's what it got to be. Like Kendrick Lamar said, that's what it got to be. Because it's time over for giving and continuing to let our abusers hold the power over us. Time over for that. It's a wrap. It's done data. I'm like the poltergeist. Caroline, come to the light, come to the light, come to the light. I used to like that movie, Poltergeist. But in the reality of everything, I do want you guys to come and receive the healing that you can possibly get. I'm not a trained therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. But guess what? I am a survivor. And I can tell you from first point of view, therapists can help. You just got to get up out of your comfort zone and go talk to somebody. But if you're afraid of talking to a therapist, you can start with this platform by talking to me. And I can tell you how I went with my first therapy session. I don't mind talking about that. I don't mind sharing anything. Maybe next week on the Q&A, I could tell y'all some really personal stuff. Some deep personal stuff where this trauma really took me. And that ain't in the book. That could be actually another book. But it's an open case. I could tell you. I'm an open book. And if you ask the question, I'm going to share. Because fear is what keeps us in silence. That silence is what keeps us in anguish. We got to get out from underneath this thumb. We got to get out from underneath the box. We got to get out. And the only way to get out is to acknowledge there's an issue, to address the issue that's present, the trauma. And once you acknowledge and you say, okay, I got a problem and I need to deal with it, then you can find help. You open the first step and you open the door to find you some help. Okay, that's enough. I didn't talk too long. My name is Alfonso Pelt. This is Terror to Triumph. I thank you for joining us. Please come and join us every Tuesday for the Q&A, every Saturday for our information special with my co-host Storm. And we thank you. We bless you for watching and joining and downloading, sharing and liking whatever platforms you may like us on, our podcast platform, affiliates, and everything else. And we thank you. Go check out Pel's Emporium and help support the show by buying some merchandise. And remember, help is closer than you think. Have a good night.